See the icon.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to the morning Zohar read. It is March 26th. On this date of recording, we're on chapter 21, page 27, item 174. Feel free to join us. Instructions are in the description of this video.
$174. Those who exert to know their master in this world and their soul is complete for the next world are rewarded with coming out of the grave from the oath that the soul adjourned. Matat, this is because Matat will know who is her actual body, but as the soul had adjourned him, and he is as it is written, behold, I stand by the fountain of water. Even though the body is a disciple of the wise, Matat goes to examine the perfection as it is written. And may it be that the maiden who comes out to draw, and to whom I say, please let me drink a little water from your jar, meaning give me a hint of the knowledge of the Creator that you have attained.
$175. And she shall say to me, you drink as well. Meaning she lets him know three things. One, you two are a servant like me, meaning lacking gar. Two, I do not replace knowing you with knowing the Creator. This means that she is not mistaken into thinking that there is the final perfection in his mochin, which he gives to the souls, like the perfection of the Creator. 3. You need to perceive that you are a creature like me. Even though you are an angel, you are still like a creature, meaning deficient like me.
And I will also draw for your camels, meaning that she will also let his host know of what she has attained and drew. Your camels means your host. This means that knowing his attainment is, one, that your company did not attain, that they have no attainment. Two, that I have an advantage over you, the integration with the point of this world, which is lacking in angels above. And three, how you are created by the brightness of what is given to you, meaning she attained the meaning of his creation. Two, if he says meaning of the body says all its attainments, it is a sign given to me that all those words, this is because this sign that you have made for me will be given to me for all those words, meaning the body will tell him all those words above, none of them missing. Then I will know that she is the woman. This is the body from that soul, as the oath adjourned me.
What is, and Abraham took another wife, and her name was Keturah. This contradicts the explanation about the soul and the body at the time of revival. 188. When the sages of truth clarify the secret of the writings, the very degrees that the writings speak of come to those sages at that time and present themselves so as to be made revealed. Had it not been for their assistance, they would not have had the power to reveal any secret. Happy is the man who puts on tefillin and knows their reason.
For the love of the Creator, for Israel, he told them to make him a tabernacle, such as the high structure above, and he would come to dwell with them. This is the meaning of the words, and let me make me a tabernacle, that I may dwell among them. With these words, the reason for the tefillin is hidden.
The tabernacle was made similar to the upper one in the shapes of its holy structures. Afterwards, the Creator instilled his divinity with them. Similarly, concerning the tefillin, when a person puts them on, it should be an example of the upper structures, the lower structure and the upper structure. This is in order for his kingdom to come and instill his divinity over him.
There are two structures. Both are needed. There is an advantage to the upper structure above the hazeh, which is not found in the bottom structure below the hazeh, since the savug occurs only from the hazeh upwards, where there is the face of a man, and not below the hazeh, where the face of man is absent. And there is also an advantage to the lower structure from the hazeh down, which does not exist in the upper structure from the hazeh up. The place for disclosure of Hakma is in the structure from the hazeh down and not in the structure from the hazeh up. Hence, there is disclosure of perfection only in the two structures together, since the bottom structure raises and integrates in the savug, but that there is from the hazeh up in the upper structure, and then the Hakma appears in the bottom structure.
The tabernacle was made by the example of the upper one, in the form of the holy structures. The tabernacle and its kelim were arranged following the example of the two structures. This is so because then the bottom structure rose to the place of the upper structure and was included in the zivug that is there. Then Chokhmah appeared in the bottom structure, which is the inspiration of divinity in the lower ones.
Similarly, a man who puts on tefillin should aim in these two structures and the orders in them, because then the kingdom of the Creator will come and the Creator will instill his divinity over him. This is because there is disclosure of Hakma only in Malhut from the hazeh down, and it is called divinity. But there is no savug for extension of Hakma, if not from the hazeh up. Hence, the perfection appears through both structures together.
(192) We learned that there is high knowledge and examples of it in the tefillin, and there are three structures in it from the chazeh down, where Malchut is, according to the holy upper ones. These are the three letters of his holy name, Yod He Vav. Since the three structures are the three letters, Yod He Vav, four portions govern the four letters of his holy name. This is the reason for the shin of the three ketars and the shin of the four ketars, which mean three kings that rule the body from the chazeh down. From the chazeh down, it corresponds to the shin of the three roshim, heads, and the tefillin on the Creator above, which are the tefillin of the rosh, head, and the tefillin of the hand are the four portions that correspond to the shin of the four roshim.
He clarifies the difference between the upper structure above the hazeh and the lower structure below the hazeh. In the bottom structure, the face of a man is missing. This is the bottom hay of the name Havayah. It turns out that there are only three letters, Yod He Vav, in the lower structure, and the bottom hay is missing. And only in the structure above, the hazeh, are there all four letters.
Also, there are only three structures, which are the three letters of his holy name, Havayah, Yod He Vav. These are Chochmah, Bina, and Tiferet, and the Malchut, which is the bottom hay, is absent. They are included in one another and are considered 3 times Yod, He, Vav, which are 3 structures after they rise for the Zivuga in the upper structure.
The 4 portions in the tefillins are Hakma, Bina, Tiferet, Malhut. They govern the 4 letters Havayah, since the 4 letters Havayah are Hakma, Bina, Tiferet, Malhut. This is the meaning of the shin of the 3 ketters and the shin of the 4 ketters. The shin from the 3 ketters implies the bottom structure, which has only 3 letters, Yod, He, Ba, lacking the bottom He. Also, they are the 3 kings that rule in the body from the Hazeh down, which are Netzahod Yesod. They are called kings, Malekim, because from the Hazeh downwards, everything belongs to Malhut.
And the shin of the 4 ketters implies to the upper structure, which contains the complete 4 letters of Havayah. These are the 4 portions of the tefillin. 193. The heart is assembled similar to the bottom structure, and the lower one, Nukva, is assembled. The structure of the arm below is in the Nukva, the tefillin of the hand, called arm. And the heart, considered from the chazeh up, is assembled as though being below the chazeh. And they are given to its hand so as to bring in all the hosts of heaven. Thus the heart is assembled below, and all the organs of the body are given to it.
The appearance of illumination of Hakma is called writing on the structure. Hence, only the Malhut is the writer, for the disclosure occurs in her. We learned that the upper structure from the Hazeh up is considered covered Hasadim, but there is the place of the Savug, and not in the bottom structure. It turns out that the primary disclosure of Hakma is necessarily in the upper structure, though not for itself, but to bestow upon the bottom structure. And the Malhut of the upper structure from the Hazeh is therefore called heart, after the 32 paths of wisdom that appear in her.
For this reason, there are 2 discernments of disclosure of Chokhmah in the heart. One, when it is above the chazeh in its place. At that time, the Chokhmah does not appear for itself, but to bestow upon the lower structure. 2, when the lower structure rises, integrates with it, and receives Chokhmah from it. It is considered that this Malchut, the heart, descends with them below the chazeh, where it discloses the illumination of Chokhmah below.
The first discernment of the disclosure of Hakma is not for itself. Hence, it is considered that it shines similar to the lower structure, meaning only in order to bestow, and not actual illumination for itself. This is so because only in the lower structure below the Hazeh is there an actual assembly, and it is written that this assembly of the hand, which is the tefillin of the hand, Malhut, applies only from the Hazeh down.
The heart is assembled in Chokhmah above the chazeh as below, since it needs to bestow Chokhmah downwards to the lower structure. Since it needs to do that. And because it does not shine for itself, it is not considered actual illumination in it.
When the Hakma appears in it, all the hosts of heaven are given to it. since the illumination of Hakma includes and brings all the degrees under it. This is the disclosure of Hakma of the second discernment, when the heart is included in the bottom structure and extends with them and comes and shines below the Hazeh, and all the degrees of the body are given into his hands, from the Hazeh down, and from the Hazeh di Zerampin upwards. It is considered Zerampin, which is called heaven. Hence, all the degrees are called the host of heaven. And from Hazeh di Zerampin downwards, it is considered Nukva, called body, and the degrees there are called the organs of the body.
Above the heart are 4 portions on the brain of the head, but the Creator governs them all, the King of all. The hand tefillin is considered heart, malchut, where disclosure of chokhmah applies. But the head tefillin is regarded as brain, zeranpin, which is a king that governs in covered hasidim, which it receives from upper Abba Ve'ima in the form of, for he delights in mercy. And no illumination of chokhmah can appear in its place. This is why it is written that the Creator is the high ruler over them, since the Creator, Zerampin, governs in the 4 portions of the head, and there is no disclosure of illumination of Chokhmah there.
And the meaning of this Hakma is that it is as in the temple, as it is written, and make 1 cherubim at one end, and 1 cherubim at the other end, and atop them the divinity of the king in the 4 letters Havayah, Yod He on the right hand side cherubim, and Bob He on the left hand side cherubim in the 2 structures. The upper structure over the right-hand side cherubim, and the lower structure over the left-hand side cherubim.
$195. It is similar with the heart and the brain, which are the hand tefillin and the head tefillin. The heart is from here, and the brain is from here. And over them is the divinity of the king in 4 portions. From here on, they are secrets of the keters, of the letters, the portions in their bodies, which are the boxes, and their straps, which are rules for Moses from Sinai. And their meaning had already been revealed in the 13 qualities of Rachamim.
We have come to know the meaning of the verse. And Abraham took another wife, and her name was Katerina. The meaning of this verse is, as the friends, the authors of the Mishnah, revealed, when the soul comes in her holy body, those words, and Abraham took another, will be said about the wicked who will be revived and will correct their deeds. And the soul will give them a share of its great brightness, so they will know and repent and will be rewarded with complete purity.
And then Solomon saw that he was bewildered and said, well, I have seen the wicked buried, and they came, and they walk away from a holy place. This means that they will come and live off a holy place when they rise at the revival of the dead.
It is written, can the Ethiopian change his skin, or the leopard his spots? So are the wicked who were not rewarded with returning to this world and sacrificing good deeds. They will never burn incense for the next world. This means that even if they rise for the revival of the dead, they will still not be able to do good deeds because they were not rewarded in their lives.
And the dust will return to the earth as it was, and the spirit will return to the God who gave it. When the Creator created Adam, he took his dust from the place of the temple and built his body from the four directions of the world, and each of them gave him strength. Afterwards, he poured over him the spirit of life, as it is written, and breathed into his nostrils the breath of life. Then he rose and knew that he consisted of above and below. And then he adhered to the Creator and knew the upper wisdom, Chokmah.
Lahaim.
Lahaim. So we got all the way down to 202 for tomorrow. I guess this month is coming to an end soon. Let's see. Item 202, page 31. Good. Yeah, I'm trying to make a new channel for this reading, and I'm just being stuck by the channel art. I cannot find a picture that has enough pixels to put the cover photo for the YouTube channel. I know I've got one in my phone somewhere, so I just can't find it when I go on the computer into my phone. So I'm going to have to download it somehow, or grab it from Facebook where it already exists.
Right.
Save it.
Well,
I've been working on that, but I've been working on a number of other things. You know, we have a bunch of shoes that we got in here. I'm trying to list them on eBay. I can only list like one or two things a day with my schedule. Clark's helping. He's doing it. Let me turn off.
Like this. If you do one or two things a day, that's $60 a month. I got to go.
Oh, I just got to stop the recording.